Today, we have with us an icon in the Ghana music industry. I mean, he's been a friend for a while now, and I know that there are 4 things that he's very passionate about. He's passionate about music, he's passionate about agriculture, he's passionate about education, and finally, he's passionate about health. That's why Clemento Suarez and I have gone to bring the legend himself, Emmanuel Andrew Samini, to the show today. Suarez. Some guys say Samini, Baba.
Okay, but you don't know about him. He's not an icon of the Ghana music industry.
Oh, the icon where?
Maybe one will be a continent.
I'm whole continent.
Yes. Continent, even small one, a tat one, we if you are African, a whole crowd, icon.
Oh, icon. See,
that's
icon
right.
where?
Yes, icon.
Africa.
Yeah, man.
Worldwide.
Yeah, man.
Growing up, there was one song that I never understood why he sang the song. And when I became a medical doctor, it doesn't even make sense to me again. It's like all I idea. Oh,
I don't know the song.
The song is Osin. Jai shi. Nano mapetishi. Apie de heya na apie de yenchi. Open swashi. Na jaya petishi. And found mumu. And yes, how.
Yes. What's
2 questions.
Yes, ask.
First one. Why is it that he wouldn't tell us to stop both of them? No, say yenchu suba.
Okay.
No, Suarez.
That's it. First of all, I'd like to say thanks for having me on this platform. I'm honored to be here, and I'm happy that this has actually come to a reality, because I know we've spoken about this a few months prior to you actually starting. You know, those of you who know him know he's quite a brilliant doctor, and so when I met him, I thought,
I'm a brilliant doctor.
First of all,
okay.
So when I met you, I thought there's more to you than just taking care of us, that I thought would be nice for the world to hear. So I'm actually happy that this is happening, and I feel at home already. So back to the matter. The song I did and used those 2 vices to represent I used them as a figure of speech to represent the fact that whatever you're doing, you have to concentrate on what you're doing and not mix with someone else's, whatever it is that anyone else is into. So then if I'm into this particular thing and I don't focus on that and I add what you're into as well, it becomes a confusion. And that is when how no. That's a do fiasem no, we should do fiasem. And a confusion.
That's the one kind of say, Asama mi ken microphone na me be church ma see. Yasima ye we obiara dia oye. Etia odi na but sorry me we try to explain ba me
do fiasem.
Obi fredi nyame no obi njina ho. Oh. But see the song is nice though. But I still don't understand. When I heard it, I'm like,
You don't have to understand. That is why you have to come and ask me. Easy.
But you are the reason. That's his first line. You are his first line.
What do you mean?
Somehow cannot.
But Samini, today I want us to discuss issues of fame and health. Yeah, I know you've seen it all. And from where I sit, I tend to think that celebrities go through a lot that they don't talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, you are a big celebrity. Clemento Suarez is a big celebrity. And I know that when it comes to issues of health, both of you are very much interested in it. So some things that the celebrities go through that they don't talk about. What do you think are some of them? I mean, it's something that I just think that, sorry, I don't know if you've come across.
Number 1 for celebrities is depression.
Depression.
Yes. That's number 1 for celebrities.
But when we say depression, someone also is a street doctor.
Yeah, of course.
So when you say depression, how do you understand depression?
Have you seen, do you know Alan Pine?
DJ.
Yeah. Small boys, I mean, let's have a conversation. When JD. You see, when you get a fame to a certain level, at your peak, and tomorrow nobody is listening to you, nobody is looking at you, nobody is rushing to you, you feel some way. Like, I don't want to be a man. I don't want to be a man. And you tend to think a lot, and it will bring you into your depression state, because now you are left alone in your thoughts. You are almost like nothing is going on well with
Yeah.
you. So that one for number one, and the worldwide, not Ghana.
All celebrities.
Yeah, I think every artist, every creative person at some point in your career, especially if you're going to have like a full career, at some point you go through drought, you experience drought, and you experience some kind of neglect, and you feel alone. And if you're not strong in the head, you end up very depressed, and it can weigh your mental health to a very, very negative extent. So, idea, for people don't recognize it when it's actually happening. They don't see it as a mental situation. They just see it as somebody being as why you lose, as what as a I don't know, why style visa. But there's something going on with the individual that is difficult to express verbally, but it's eating them up. So that's one thing I can, attest to, that artists go through, creative people go through. As my brother said, depression is
one of them.
Is a real one. Is a real one.
If I take you to medical school small, the word depression is a very big thing in medicine, such that there are some things that we look out for before we see that somebody is getting depressed. And a lot of things that people don't even pay attention to. 8 things come to mind.
Let's go.
And anytime you have 5 of these things for 2 weeks, see a doctor. No matter how strong you think you are. And that is how we're able to diagnose people with depression. So maybe here on this show, I'll try to speak about them so that people will get to understand that these things are not things that you have to overlook. So the first thing that anytime you start to
After
have
you
issues
speak about
with,
it more, we will end up diagnosing him, and then
Me depressed.
because we have
this
have
is
plans- we have
one of the
plans.
problems, because
We have plans
anytime
for
you are in denial that you
see,
can never
it's
be
one of
depressed.
them, right?
Yes.
We have plans for you. Don't
I
worry.
have nothing to lose.
Don't worry.
I'm here. That's a me start of me go down.
everything.
When you more my boss.
Anyway,
Me kwa kwa yenyu me ubeke Clarence you know you take that. Well,
Bibi abe you okay, why? Bibi abe you okay.
okay. Me when you more my cat me cat. Let me see. Mo ma upon you be a friend Linda. You know you take that be a
so one of the things, one of the things that you have to look out for is sleep disturbance. So you used to have a nice sleep, but these days you can't sleep well. So that is one of the things you have to look out for.
Okay.
Another one that you have to look out for is loss of interest. So you used to have interest in some few things. Now those things don't interest you again. So take for instance Suarez, he has a lot of interest for comedy. Now when we mention comedy, he doesn't want to hear it. Samini has a lot of interest for music. Now when we mention music, you don't want to hear it. It is not just about 1 day or 2 days. Medically, when you have issues like this for like 2 weeks, for almost every day, you need to seek for attention. Otherwise, it will graduate and become something that you cannot help with. You understand? The third one that you want to look out for is guilt. So every now and then you feel guilty of things that you think that are necessary. You are not necessarily supposed to feel guilty of. So you think that you could have been there, but for some reason
Could have, should have, would have.
Exactly. You've messed up. So Suarez think that I could have been the best comedian in the whole world. Why am I still here? Why don't I have this?
Atamfo, akamashe.
If you have the
Yeah, you feel guilty about these things. Energy. The fourth one is energy. You've lost energy in doing things. Your energy you feel sad most of the time. The other one is concentration. You are not able to concentrate on things. Every now and then you cannot concentrate on something.
easily distracted.
Easily distracted. Another one is loss of appetite. So now you cannot even eat well. You understand? The other one is psychomotor things. So all these things, we look at them. So it's not just, depression, not just that I am sad for a day or two. But when you tend to have all these things for as much as 2 weeks, then you really need to seek attention. And I'm happy that Samini mentioned it, that, I mean, he admits that these are things that creatives are going through.
Yeah.
And it's not something that they have to just overlook it and say that they'll get better.
Yeah, you have to, if you're watching this and you've heard what Doc just said and you're going through any of these things, I think it's time we creative people as well embrace the culture of speaking to our doctors, speaking to our health people. Now,
So how do people in this public space deal with depression? What do you think would be some of the best ways, Suarez?
Some people vent. They go on social media and they talk, and you think that they are misbehaving, but some of them, it helps them to clear some stuff, and now they can come back again.
Some of them, what they say, they are not true.
But
and others isolate. I don't know if it was depression, but I've experienced something like that.
Isolation.
And I
they
isolate.
get out of town.
I isolate.
Get out of
If you remember some of the things I mentioned about
I spend more
depression,
time
one
on
of
my
them.
farms rather than in town, just because of what I know I'm going through. And then I try to stay away from my phone too much, so that I try to stay away from certain apps as well, so I don't feel like do Facebook Live right now, or do Snapchat or do TikTok Live right now to explain to everybody all of a sudden why I feel like. So I just leave the electronics and I try to stay more, isolated.
Calling. If you respond, how about them?
Yes.
For live, call live.
Respond, because
Of
obi
course,
ambisa,
Minister Oka.
obi ambisa, what's that? You bunch the munafi.
Also, Rasta, so they
So one of the best ways to deal with depression is
yes.
what? Exercise. I think exercise is part.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
But you Suarez, you exercise a lot.
Yeah. So that's why I told you I will never be depressed.
Yeah.
You would go through a phase, you get lonely, whatever. But like you said, I don't go through it for 2 weeks to have to now look for a doctor.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes
I
you just
know
have to deal with it
those
your own
down
way.
days where the whole day, the next day, you're just feeling some type of way.
I think it happens
I'll
to
take a
everybody.
book.
Even those of us in the medical
I'll take a
profession.
book and I'll drive by myself to.
I've seen you go to a very lonely area.
Yeah, that was a Brig
When was
Gardens.
it? Was it a Brig Gardens?
Yeah, a few days ago. You saw that. Yeah. I'll take a book, go far away, take a bottle of Pito with me, leave the phone, go far away, go and read a book. Read, clear myself, listen to birds, enjoy, and then come back.
And you feel refreshed.
Yeah. I think if you're listening to me, these are things that you can do to save yourself before you go through it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then now you need doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you feel some way, go to a different environment, collect some different fresh air for some mango tree.
Or
and
go and do your master's or degree.
you're bored. Go and do something.
I know that
Go to
Suarez,
Gipa.
he was bored and went to do masters.
He's trying to say yes.
It's like,
Of course, it's true.
why you bored
It's
up for your
true.
masters?
It's true because you see, my university was taken from me by the art.
Right.
I finished high school, and before I knew I was on TV.
You were a star.
By 21, now I was everywhere. 22, I had done Linda. Can you imagine? So at 38, I just thought, whoa, I told myself I'll go to university before 40. Now it's 2 years to go. And then Kokovelli reminded me and picked a form and forced me that Yebeko. And then I thought, okay, I've been bored for some time. I've done almost everything. I just released my hit reggae album, including my own and Obai and all of those on there. So I was like, you know what, this might be a perfect time to go and come because I have enough material in the system
to sustain you in
to
there.
keep me while I'm doing something different. And it was one of the best decisions I took because I got to do something totally different. Now I was doing assignments and I was doing presentations. I was being part of group works that I had to be part of. I was being present at lectures. Yes. If any of my lectures speak to you personally, they will tell you Akwano School no Obayo.
Yeah.
Yes, I didn't go and buy
pay for
grades.
degree, no.
I came out second class upper with project management.
Yeah. What was your results now?
You know, so when you give yourself the chance to do something different, I think it also saves the day, saves you from depression. Do something different, something you've always wanted to do, but you never got the chance to.
But what are some of
Call
the
a secret doctor.
street doctor?
Street doctor. I think creative people, if I will speak for all of us or speak for myself, I think we find it difficult to pause and do something outside of what we are used to.
Okay.
Yeah, because every time when you wake up, the mind is at speed to try and finish the last rhyme, try and finish that last melody, try and conclude that last statement, try and just, and still make that budget work so you can invest in that next project.
Always
all those
thinking
things.
of-
Yes, so to leave that and say, may call hospital for checkup when you're not really sick, or when you're in denial that you're sick, it's difficult.
Right.
We don't see the need until something happens. I have a typical example of something that happened that I have been quiet about it, but I believe that as we grow, it's important that we share so that those who are coming after us will pick inspiration from it and not repeat some of our mistakes. Okay. I'm a live artist, and when we perform, we use every bit of our energy. To make sure we deliver.
You in particular. There are a lot of people who think that.
Until energy ne so.
I didn't want energy ne so.
Wow, you do stage ma. Obe boost stage we next performer now.
After a while, I started to feel a slight pain at my lower abdomen, and it usually happens when I have a fatigue, like when I've done shows back to back to back. I just kind of feel it, but I can tell you, I walked around with this for over a decade.
Right.
Yeah, because there was no swelling, there was no, inflammation of anything of any sort. But I knew how it felt anytime I started to feel the pain. And I knew I had mastered how to endure the pain till it leaves me. That's the dangerous part of it. I was just managing it. Until I think...
so normally after live shows, you feel the pain.
Live shows, you feel the pain. Yeah, and then you go to bed with it, and then next day you're fine. When you're not performing, you're good. But when you do shows back to back, if you do just one night, tomorrow you're good. But when you do back to back... But then I was just in denial until I think a few years ago, I was on tour, and then I did one show up north. So on my way from WA to BA, my next stop was the BA show. And then I just realized that there was a slight swelling just on top of my abdomen, like that.
Yeah, that place is called rectum.
Right. Screw? Right. Say what I say. So I realized that, that thing had come up there, and I had my last show to do to wrap up. So I still kept cool and did that last performance. And then when I got
to
Accra,
able to do the performance?
I was able to, but I used half my energy. Anybody that was watching me knew that I was like, I was not in my normal self. And then my team would ask me, what's wrong? Are you okay? They think you're good. So I opened up to my team for the very first time. I spoke about what I was going through. I hadn't spoken to a single person.